is everybody today? And welcome this morning to Embroidery Club with my girlfriend's quilt shop, and we are doing Kimberbell's digital dealer exclusive for the month of June.
It is June.
It is. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I'm Sandra.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're so happy to be here with you guys today. And thanks for joining us. This is awesome. Kyle, what did you think of this block?
It was fun. It was fairly easy.
Yeah. And
Really?
I think it's absolutely
yes.
gorgeous.
And you have to do too.
Yes, you do.
I pay attention now.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. No, I am just impressed with this one. Each one that comes out, I'm just like, oh my gosh. The only thing that really throws me on this block, and you guys give me your opinion here,
I agree.
are these two flowers right there.
Are they flowers? Can you see them?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Even on the instruction sheet, the front page of the instruction sheet, if you see that, you look at it and you have to look really hard for those two flowers. Mm-hmm. So obviously, on my first one, I did it the way the instructions tell us to. But I'm going to put this out there and ask you guys what you think. Now, I had this conversation with my husband last night about this.
Oh, because he cares.
Well, no, I just needed another opinion, and he was
That
the
would
only
agree
one
with me.
No, he actually didn't agree with me. And anyway, he's the only one around that will listen to me.
Really.
Let's put it that way.
Captive
I'm kidding.
audience.
Yeah, exactly. So I know that they're trying to portray these as white daisies.
Right.
Is what I'm assuming. That's what they,
And they look like that.
They do. They do look like a white daisy. But unfortunately, with this background here, you don't really see it.
Mm-hmm. No.
And so the stitching around that outside edge just blends in, and and it doesn't pop. And I'm not saying it should pop, but you should be able to see it a little bit better. So today, when we stitch this out, I am putting this out there and asking you guys what you think.
I think they agree.
Okay. All right. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that outline
just
stitch
a little.
in just a little bit in this light pink color.
Mm-hmm. Is that the same pink you used on these?
No, it is not.
No.
It's lighter. Okay, so this is the
Does
pink.
it come in that whole
No,
kit?
it does not. So that's why I went to my kit, and went to my other threads, and I said, okay, maybe something just a little bit lighter than what the rest of them are. So the other one is a pink lemonade, and then the darker one is called
No, we don't want them in that.
azalea. And I'm like, no, these are too dark. So I'm thinking I'm going to try it in just a light pink.
Because that won't take away from the other flowers there.
No, I don't think it will, and I don't want to take it away, but I'm still like, okay, so this is what I did again last night. So my husband says, well, what if you used white thread instead of the cream colored thread? Because that's what color they did. So I actually put a piece of this background fabric in a hoop, and I advanced it way forward until I got to this flower, and I used a white. And it was a little bit better, but it still was not something that I liked. So,
and these are yours, so you can do whatever.
Exactly, you can do whatever. And I even went out there on Kimberbella's or Kimberbell Machine Embroidery by Kimberbell. I keep calling it Kimberbella's. It's not that anymore. But anyway, I went out there to search because I know there's a lot of people out there that get them on the 1st and they want to get them done.
Right.
And today is the 3rd, so we're 3 days late.
Oh dear.
I know.
Oh dear.
I know. Anyway, and I looked, and most of them had done it this very same way.
Well, we obey.
But there were a couple of them that used the yellow fabric in one of these daisies and used white in that one. So anything different, So anyway, Deb says, what about a pale yellow? I think a pale yellow would be great. Mm-hmm. A soft white, a soft yellow. Mary's saying a soft white, yellow. Sorry, my bad. I can't read. No. Anyway, I didn't bring another yellow with me, but I did bring a
I would
pink.
do the pink because that one is yellow.
Yeah.
We're trying to define it as a different flower.
Well,
Because that's got the dark back
darker
or
center, and this one has the yellow center. So anyway, I'm going to try this.
Okay.
And see if that makes any difference. So
You could twist my arm.
okay, done.
Ow.
Done. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. Is I'm going to just try this, and then you guys can take a look at it. And if it's something that you think that maybe you would like to do, I think that'd be fine. But I think the block itself, the flowers,
it's darling.
The flowers are great.
The glitter adds.
Yes, very much so. What kind of flower is this? Does anybody know?
Cornflower? No, the other one's cornflower. I don't know.
I don't know. If you know what
And I didn't
flower
know about
this
the
is.
dark stems.
Yeah,
or whatever.
These things on the inside of that flower. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of flower those.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
On there, it's showing a circle on the end of them.
Oh, mine didn't have. Oh, you know what it is? It's the gems in your.
Oh,
that's what it is.
Okay.
And I haven't put those on.
Good to know.
Yeah, though in your embellishment kit comes for June comes
right.
the glitter and then those little black
Gemstones.
or whatever. That's what those
And we
are.
don't put those on until afterwards.
Yeah, they always have you put it on at the very end. I'll probably put it on before I sew it together. Yeah.
You're not obeying again?
Sometimes I'm a rule breaker. Most of the time I'm not, but and stuff like that. Or after I get it put together, then I can put those on, depending on what it is.
Oh.
Because like on the Star Spangled Beauty, I put my buttons on my flag before I put it together.
Oh, okay.
Because it was so much easier to sew those buttons on with
true.
the machine.
True.
That way, so.
And sometimes they don't want to see the stitching on the back.
Right. So anyway, yeah, those gems, those will just, my hot fix tool, and I'll just stick those on there.
Do I have to have a special tool?
Well, they are hot fix. I believe they're hot fix gems because.
Hot glue?
Sure. I wouldn't put hot glue on it, but because hot glue is really, they're so small, it's a little bit harder to
You may see it.
do it.
And those strings.
Yeah, but one that I use a lot is E6000.
Oh, yeah.
E6000 works really good. You gotta wait a few minutes for it to dry, but other than that, I think it works great. So,
Okay.
Anyway.
Good tips.
All right, there's just a couple of things that I wanted to ask about and get your opinion on what you think. I think it needs to be outlined differently, but there you go. Okay, let's start here. So in your instructions here, you are going to need, again, on your embellishment kit, you will get a piece of this glitter. I see somebody asked if this is available to purchase. Not that I'm aware of.
What?
Not this color. You could use a red,
Oh.
but I don't think this color is out there. I know, Kimberbell, sometimes but I think you might be able to find it on Kimberbell's website. That one, I'm not sure either. But this is kind of a raspberry.
It's pretty.
Pink color. It is, it's very pretty. But this comes in your embellishment kit. And also, again, the little black gems that go on this are in your embellishment kit. So the first thing that we're going to do here is take this. I know.
Yeah, don't ever try and sew through that.
I'm going to take the plastic off of it. There we go, right there.
Do you take the whole thing off? She does.
Rip it off like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm going to keep this.
You are.
I'm going to keep that for a minute.
Okay.
Because sometimes you can use that, because you're going to have to press this. Take this to your iron, and you can use this as your barrier, but it's smaller. So anyway,
I never thought about using that.
Yes, you can. You can use this as your pressing sheet with depending on the size of your iron. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Our iron here is a little bit bigger, so we're actually going to use a Teflon sheet. But if you're using just a smaller iron, you can definitely use this.
Would I have to turn my temperature down?
No.
Oh, cool.
No.
Okay.
No, you can use
Good to
that.
know.
So anyway.
That's why I love Embroidery Club.
This is my glitter. Okay, I've got my background fabric here, and I did put fusible backing on it. Okay, I have my piece of batting, and that one is there.
Abby.
And then I have 2 pieces of white for my white flowers, fusible backing on both of those. And then my yellow has my fusible backing on it also. So those are the pieces that we are going to use, and they're all ready to go. And I'm going to put my glitter sheet there with it. Okay. Then obviously, you know, it tells you all of your thread colors. This one does not tell you which thread that Kimberbell used, but in their thread kit that we have, I will tell you the thread colors that we have for this particular, that is made up with Glide. That's what we're using today. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to bring in our background quilting design. So
Okay, I've got my USB in.
So let's go to our USB.
Okay, and it's 6 by 8.
Yes, it is.
Spring.
Spring
521.
6 by
Will
8.
you show me on there where I see all that
Okay,
info?
right down here under option 1, right here, it says block by block quilting.
Okay.
Okay, and it does say to hoop the light mesh cutaway.
Uh-huh.
Okay, then you're using a KDQ 521 Spring 6 6 by 8.
Design. And it's also telling me the color.
That's correct. That's that little color right there's the color of the background quilting thread.
Good.
Okay, now.
Okay, mine is a PES, so
That's correct.
I set that. That's so darling.
You know what? Let's look at it.
Okay.
Okay, I looked at this background quilting design and I'm going, gosh, you know, my caterpillars are at the top, but my mushroom's down in that right left-hand corner. And it's upside down.
Oh,
It's upside down.
well, that one is.
Right. Okay, so let's just play with this. I'm just giving you an idea here. Let's play with this.
I never even noticed.
Okay, and you know, I didn't either till it was all stitched out. But then I got to looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute.
We're going to learn something cool.
So I thought, how about if we rotate this? Okay.
Whoa.
So let's go. You set it. Okay?
Set it?
Yeah, set it.
Okay.
Okay, now go up to edit.
Edit.
All right, then we're going to rotate. And we're going to go 90 degrees.
To the right or to the left?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And one more time.
And again.
Now tell me.
Yep.
Tell
That
me.
looks
Now
much
look at
better.
it. Now look at it. Kyle, really?
Yeah.
I mean, your caterpillars are upside down at the bottom,
That doesn't matter.
but what do you think?
I like it. I like it. And that was so simple.
Yeah. I just looked at it and I'm like, you know, I think maybe I like it this direction instead.
Okay.
So, hey, you can definitely do that. So that's what we're going to do.
Now all I have to do is press OK.
And then
and
press
it'll
OK.
stay just like that.
It'll stay just like that.
Okay. Now I got to go to embroider or add.
Add.
Yes, add.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go back on. Find my design.
Which is the flower.
And it says 5 by 7.
It does.
What is the deal with this?
Well,
Background is bigger.
correct.
Okay. Just want to clarify. I knew that.
I'm sure you did.
Okay. Now I'm going to set it, and that's going to join them both together, right?
That's right. Now,
I'm magical.
but wait a minute. We have some special alignment instructions.
So don't push embroidery yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay. On
Edit.
this, it says what you want to do is align the block embroidery file. So the one on the top, okay, which is your design. You want to align that with the bottom of the quilting design. So
Okay, and that's my inside line?
that's correct.
That line right there?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, why do we do that?
So it's not standing up in the air, your stem.
Your stems are in the seam, so it looks like it's coming out of the seam
Okay.
instead of just sitting in the middle of your design, in the middle
Good
of your
idea.
block. Okay, so now how do you do that?
I'm going to edit.
Okay.
I'm gonna move it.
Okay.
Move it, move it. And I'm gonna do it with my down arrow,
Correct.
right?
And because it's highlighted, that's the only one that's going to move.
Good. And I'm putting it all the way down to that.
So that your bottom line matches the top line
Whoops.
of that background quilting.
One more. One more. There we go. And I didn't have to move it left to right.
No.
Just up and down.
Because when it comes in in the middle.
Straight. Okay. Centered.
And it just needs to come down. You don't want to move it left or right. You want it still in the center, but you want it aligned at the bottom.
Okay, so I have a question now.
Okay.
Now that we turned the quilting design, am I even going to see that mushroom?
Well, you tell me.
Well, I think so.
I think you are. It's
What
gonna
is
be
this
up-
inside line?
That's just to show you where that design is. That shows you the field of that design. You're not gonna have that square on there. It's not gonna stitch that out.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Okay. I
That's-
feel much better, thank you.
Okay, you bet.
Well, now I'll say okay.
And say, okay,
Now I'm going to embroider.
that's correct.
Okay.
All right, I think we're ready to go. We're using an 8 by 12.
Bigger than what it called for, right?
Yes, because of the background quilting.
Let me see something. Okay.
Yeah, so we've got it all aligned in there. We've got our background quilting design, and we've got our other design on top of it. We're ready to go. Okay, first thing it's going to do is a placement line for our batting.
Okay. And we just left, is this our background quilting thread?
No,
Okay. You could put it in there if
yes,
you
you
wanted.
definitely could. Our background quilting thread is the cream color, so I'm just
Okay.
going to set that, and when I trim this, you could change threads. How's
Okay.
that sound?
That sounds good.
So again, what I normally like to do when I cut my batting, my project batting for the inside of this, I cut it the size of the finished product. Okay?
Tell me again where you find that.
So at the very end, it tells you to trim your block up to a 6.5 by 8.5.
Okay, good.
And that's the size that I would cut my project batting.
Okay.
And that would allow me to be able to put it on there, and then I'd trim it. Now, if you didn't want to trim it, I'd probably cut it at 6 by 8. But that doesn't give you any time to put that. It won't hold it down there. So anyway,
And I won't even tell you how I put my batting on,
okay.
because it'd make her cringe.
You know what you do at home is is what you can do. But I
Okay.
will tell you, this is what I even do this at home.
This is a good idea. Okay, I'm just making sure that all the stitching. What happens if I miss?
It'll be
Just
okay.
go back a step.
You could, yeah. But I believe that
You
if
believe?
you miss it, depending on how much you miss,
Oh yeah, yeah.
as long as there's batting inside that line, that
Okay.
tack down line, I think you'll be great.
Okay.
And Peggy says that anytime that she has to move a design, she says it causes her anxiety. And you know, at first it will. I agree. Yeah.
I love Kimberbell batting.
I do too.
It's so
The consistency is
Yeah.
so thin. It's just, I do too.
and it's going to go around twice.
And you know what? I have tried other batting.
Oh yeah. You could tell.
Yeah, and you can tell a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell how full your block is.
Yes.
If it looks, the only word I can think of is puffy.
That's what I was going to say, puffy.
If it looks puffy after
Who wants to be puffy?
Exactly. If it looks that way and it won't press out, then I think your batting is an
Too.
issue.
Well, it could make it kind of not pucker, but look too full.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Too full, puffy.
Yep.
Yeah,
All the same.
yeah. So, okay, change thread.
Oh, okay.
Shh. changing the thread to the color of our background quilting thread, which is just the cream color. And while I trim, and see, this way you're not wasting a lot of batting, and you just,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
so that's why I cut it. I mean, yeah, cut it the size of the
That way you don't
finished.
have a possibility of catching it.
Yeah.
You should see some of the situations I get myself into.
Kyle, this is good. You did good. I'm
Thank
doing
you.
very little trimming here. In
Thank
fact,
you.
that one, I don't think I'm even going to trim it.
I love quilting with you.
Oh, this is so fun.
Okay. So it went around that twice.
Yes, and now it's going to give me a placement line for my fabric.
I love that they do that.
You know, it is great.
And it's the same on every stitch out that you do.
That's right. Every stitch out you do in a block by block. Now, again, this is block by
Yes.
block. And this is one that, again, you're doing it as a block by block. Now, you could take this because you have all the files. You even have clear blue tiles for this.
Yes.
Okay, which is awesome. I'm so glad that
Yes,
Kimberbell
that's
has
nice.
given us all these designs. But you could take this and use it as a clear blue tile design on a table runner or a pillow.
So darling,
and I just
wouldn't that
think
be
it'd be
cute
so
to
cute.
give as a baby gift?
Yes.
That background quilting?
I just think this is such a cute little background quilting
Okay.
design. They do such great work. I'm so impressed. Okay, now I'm going to put this on here. Now, I did the same thing. I did the same thing with my fusible backing.
Made it the same size.
I cut it the same size as my finished block.
Because your fabric is cut larger.
Yeah, it is. And you don't need all that fusible backing on the whole thing. You only need it on where you're going
I
to
don't
quilt.
want to waste one little bit of it.
So yeah, you know, I try to save. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of watch my background quilting, not my fusible backing here, and I'm going to
Put
align
all the
it
way
up
down.
and make sure that it
Where do you have to
aligns.
make sure it aligns? Just on the batting?
on
Make
the
sure it
batting
covers the
and
batting.
this placement line.
Oh,
Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
as I look at it and I align this up, I'm going to just take a look at it and say, oh, look, see how where my
you.
fusible backing is right there on those
okay.
on those stitch lines.
Okay. Because you want that in your seam.
Yes, and right there, it's
All right.
good. It's good to go.
Now don't. Oh, you're going to tape
I'm
it.
gonna
Good
just
job.
tape a little bit right there because sometimes these have a tendency to move a little bit. There we go.
Okay. Now we have the correct color in our machine
Yeah,
for
this-
background.
This is the same color that we're going to use for our background
Because
quilting.
right now we're just stitching down the fabric.
Correct. And this line also can be used as your trim line.
Yes.
So it is a placement line. I mean, it's a tack down line, but it also can be used as your trim line because this is exactly the size that you're going to trim that block up.
Lots of times I'll turn my whole project over and see the back. That's
Yeah.
where I'm trimming.
Trimming it from the back?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And your orange pop rulers work great for this
yes.
too. I love orange pop rulers, and so I'm just trimming my, okay, go ahead and just start your
Oh, background.
background quilting.
Okay.
Okay, I was doing the Star Spangled Beauty.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I'm trimming up my blocks. And you got a lot of blocks there, and so I'm just trimming them up and pushing them off, and trimming the next one, pushing it off, and I'm like, I need my orange pop ruler because there's a couple of those that have stuff on the top.
Oh, yes, yes.
And
Especially if you put the embellishments.
Yes, and I wasn't using my orange pop rulers, and I kind of got
Oh,
off just a little bit, not enough to damage it.
Okay, good.
I was able to compensate it in the seam, but I went, Sandra, you need that orange pop ruler.
were you not at home?
I was at home, but I
Oh.
was just trying to hurry and
Yep.
because I had a time limit that I had to have it done. You know, it's what happens when you teach the class and you have to have it done.
You have to have it done.
So anyway, and so I stopped and went, you're going to be a whole lot happier if
Yeah,
you
take the time.
Take the time and pull that orange pop ruler out of the case. And that's what I paid for them for. Why am I using them?
No kidding. Now, I can barely see this background quilting, but that's what we kind of want.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't want, in some cases, I will do something a little bit darker that it makes the background quilting pop a little bit. But with this one, I didn't want to take
it's all
away.
about the flowers.
I didn't want to take away from the flowers. Yeah. Judy, I'm not sure. I did put the fusible backing on my fabric. I'm not sure what you're asking, but I did have fusible backing on my fabric.
Yeah. It didn't go all the way out to the edges of your fabric.
No, it didn't go all the way out.
She might have saw that.
Yeah, it's because you don't need it all the way. You only need it right there because all the rest of that's going to be trimmed away. So I was just trying to save a little bit. Yeah. 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 Patricia said she likes her orange pop rulers too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And you have both the square and the rectangle?
I do. I have both sets.
It's kind of cool that they do them all so they fit them.
Yes.
It's like they thought about it.
Well, imagine that. And they're all in my little Kimberbell case that holds my clear blue tiles and my orange pop rulers.
That's a good idea.
I have them all there together, and it's right there by my sewing table, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just didn't pull it out, and I should have. And the next one I did, though, and I used my rotating mat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That works wonderful.
Oh, Deb, you get using those orange pop rulers.
She has them?
Yeah, she says she's having but never used them.
Yeah.
Now, there's a few things that I have purchased that I've never used. I will say that, but
Yes.
my orange pop rulers, I use them.
Yes. If you do that and then you try and go back to the other regular ruler.
Well, the whole thing about it is, especially on this, you've got the glitter, and it causes bulk in the center. And to try to use your
tippy.
ruler and get a good cut on it is a little bit harder. So that's the reason why. Yeah, Patricia says, give them a try, Deb. You'll be surprised. Okay, so no, you don't need to take it out.
Take it out.
But we do need to advance. So look at our stitch. What is it telling us to do?
It's doing a centering.
We do not need that because those are the stitches that are required if you are say you don't have the hoop size to incorporate both of them in the same hoop. And you need to align your fabric up differently. So that's an alignment stitch so that you can line up your fabric, and it talks about this over here on your embroidery instructions on 1 and 2. It shows you how to align your fabric onto your stabilizer without the background quilting design. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes. Yes.
Okay, so if you say you're going to have a long armor quilt this. And so you're not putting batting underneath
So
it
your
or
flowers
anything.
are in the center.
Yes, and this would be aligning up your background fabric, but not having it with any
Okay.
background quilting. Does that make sense?
Kind of. I'm really not getting it.
Okay, let me explain.
Is anybody else with me?
Let me explain. Say that you're not doing background quilting.
Okay.
You didn't purchase the background quilting. Well, this comes with it.
Yeah,
but say on anything else, okay? You're not doing the background quilting. And so all of a sudden I have my background fabric. Where am I going to put this on my stabilizer? How am I going to know where to put it to line it up on there? So that is going to tell you where the background placement line is a little tick mark.
Oh, because we've just gone through the quilting designs. So this is now coming out of the...
This is giving us so that in case we're not doing background quilting.
So if I did not have the background quilting, It would still show this as your first.
Yes, this would be your first step in the regular design.
Got it. Thank
because
you.
we've layered the two designs. I'm
Got it.
sorry. That's probably where I should have gone. Okay. Your background quilting design is one. Your design is the second one. So
Okay.
we've layered them.
Okay.
So say we don't have our background quilting and we're just using our regular flower design.
Okay, so you can center your background fabric. This
Correct.
makes sense.
Correct.
So I don't have it off to one side and I'm so
Correct.
mad.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So we need to skip step 1 and 2. So how do you do that?
Okay, but on here it says 6.
I know, but that's because remember, we had 5 steps that incorporated our background quilting.
I'm going to go to the plus and minus.
Correct.
And here's my dilemma.
Down means you're going to the next step.
Okay.
Up means you're going back. I know.
Does not make sense to me. So I always make sure I look, oh, it's on number 6. So I want to go 7, 8.
Correct.
Okay, down is forward. There it is.
Okay.
Flowers. And now I
There's
got to
your-
change my thread.
You do.
Okay.
And this is the azalea that we're using. It uses the darker pink.
I love that pink.
Isn't it pretty?
All my life I
agree.
was not a pink girl, but now I am.
I'm not a big pink fan. But yeah, I think this is, I know, hush. Abby says, and you're wearing pink.
I know, that's what I was going to say, but
I know. It's supposed to be a little bit darker red because
Oh,
it's
really?
a red, white, and blue. But
oh, but it works with our flowers today.
that's right. But when it came, it was pink. I'm like, that's okay though.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to stitch our flower petals.
Okay, gonna go.
Yes.
I did not change my bobbin thread.
No.
Don't
You
need
do
to.
not. You do not.
If
need
you need to, that tells you something about your machine.
to. That's correct. If you have bobbin thread showing on the top, then you need to adjust your tension, or it needs serviced, or you need to rethread your machine because.
See? I'm asking for a friend on all these questions.
Exactly. I'm sure you are. Denise, right?
Yeah, Denise is my friend. We could sew together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get in trouble, but we could.
So yeah, this is I like this. It's the again. Does anybody know what flower this is? Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I cannot figure out what kind of flower that is. And it doesn't. It just calls them flowers 1 and 2. It doesn't tell you what they are.
Okay, I want to tell you a big secret I got.
Okay.
You know how I did the Lego flowers?
Yes.
Did you see that picture? Yes. So now I got fake flowers to put where I can never get flowers to grow in a little narrow planter. So I got fake flowers.
Because you're using your Lego flowers.
Because I used those over there, but now I ordered plastic ones or fake ones.
Oh, okay.
Looks beautiful. I'll take a picture.
Okay.
Because there wasn't deep enough to get enough soil to keep it wet.
Okay. Okay. So you actually put these artificial flowers outside.
Yes, I did. And it looks
Wait.
so pretty.
I'll bet it does.
Yep, I'm into fake.
Hey, me too.
Yep. And it's okay. My husband loved it.
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he really cares.
He, does he?
Well, kind of. Yeah, he doesn't want to hear me yelling about the flowers are dying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? What's the best thing is that when you go on vacation,
I don't have to worry about those.
you don't have to worry about somebody watering them for you. Because guess
I've
what?
got real flowers too, but yeah.
But you have a section that you can't grow flowers.
I can't grow it because we made the planters too
Oh,
not deep
it's
enough.
Not deep enough, and so the roots can't, and they don't
No.
survive very well.
No.
Okay.
So there's my tip.
See, Patricia said she thinks they're imagined flowers, and that very could be just a
I
Kimberbell.
like that.
Just a Kimberbell flower. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's just a big,
look
pretty
at
pink.
look at what Abby found.
What'd she find? Oh, yeah! I love them. Thank you, Abby. Yeah. I am not a flower designer thing where you put them all together.
And those
Florist.
are yours, aren't they?
Yeah, this is mine.
Your Lego flowers. I think they're so fun.
They are fun. And I left for the weekend. They're still good.
Oh, but
nobody
they are.
touched them. My cats have, cross my fingers, my cats have not gotten into them.
That's awesome.
Because they get in my other Legos in the house.
Do they?
Yes.
What other kind of Legos do you have?
All kinds.
Okay. You and Fern get along great together then with your Legos.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
She's a purist, though.
And you have,
I have cows, but the cows are not that back there. They better not be. They'll be dead cows.
they better not be in your flower beds, right? I'm gonna do something here for a
Why
second.
am I talking about Fern again? At least I said good stuff. What are you doing?
I am going to stop this for a second.
Why?
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to check on the speed of my machine. Okay, hit the, okay.
Okay.
Hit the go. I just wanted to check on the speed of the machine, and we're good.
Why? What does that matter?
Well, I want it to go a little bit faster. Sometimes this machine is set at a lower speed,
Okay.
and I didn't check it when we very first came
When
in.
do you change your speed?
I change my speed depending on what I'm stitching, obviously. If you're doing freestanding lace, you don't want your machine going full speed.
Good to know.
You want to have it go a little bit slower. If you have a lot of layers of stuff, like if you're using felt or Flexifoam or different things like that.
Does it change the stitch? The
No.
look?
No, it doesn't. Well, no, it doesn't change the stitch or the look, but sometimes it does change the look
Okay.
of the stitch.
Okay.
Okay. I take that back. It does change the look of the speed. Of the stitch if the speed is too fast.
It looks gobbly?
Yes, for the consistency of what you're working on.
Okay.
I hope that makes sense.
And what happens if I don't put it back to a higher speed? Nothing?
Nothing. Doesn't.
Okay.
Nothing. Just
Okay.
your machine just goes a little bit slower. And I've noticed that in some stitching that you do, especially on Kimberbell, they slow it down automatically. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
really?
I have found that.
Like it.
Do you guys see that too?
They're the best.
Embroidery lace 3D flowers are fun. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Metallic?
Yes, metallic decorative thread is a good reason to slow your machine down too.
What if I'm
Especially
using
metallic.
that wash away bobbin? Does that matter?
No, that one doesn't matter.
Okay.
But yes, metallic thread, anytime you're using a decorative or a metallic thread, you should slow your machine down.
Never do that.
You don't ever change the speed on your machine.
No.
Oh, Kyle.
I thought it was against the law.
No, it's not.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah. I slow mine down quite often, actually.
Really?
Yeah. On this,
Can you
I
do
did.
it while it's going?
No. See, because it stopped it.
Okay.
Okay, now I will tell you, depending on your machine. On
Okay.
the baby lock machines, it will stop your machine.
Because I had to go. You have to go find that in the pages.
That's right, in your file. You've got to change that speed that way. Now, I will tell you, I also have a FAF machine, and it has a speed control on the side of it, and I can change the speed as it's stitching.
Really? What is this thing then?
That's only for sewing.
Okay.
That is only in sewing mode.
Okay.
Embroidery mode is in the other way.
Okay. Good to know. I learned so much.
And free motion quilting, yeah. She said, Heidi says that she changes her speed when she does any free motion quilting.
That's a good idea.
Yes, yes.
And if you free motion quilting, you're in the sewing, aren't
Right,
you?
you're in the sewing mode.
So
and
we do that up here.
Yes, that's how you would do it on this machine.
Okay. Thank you.
But yes.
I'm going to try and stump you someday.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
I haven't done it yet.
No. Lettering, Sherry, that's a great idea. She said for lettering, she'll slow it down too.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
I agree. Patricia said she has a FAF icon also. Mine's just the one, my first one. Mine's not a 2.
I used to have a FAF, but it was old.
Yeah, they've definitely improved a lot.
they?
A lot, yeah.
I don't know if I can sew on a different kind of machine now.
Oh, Mary, I can't believe she leaves her machine running without being there. No, I'm kidding. She said she'll slow it down if she has to step out of the room, just to slow it down so that if anything went wrong.
Huh.
Yeah. It definitely, to prevent any problems, she says. Okay, now we are going to stitch the flower stamens. They're stamens. That's what they call
That's
them.
the word.
And they're done in a charcoal.
Okay.
So we are on step number 4 on, it says on our machine, but remember we had 5 steps before. So
4 plus 5
is 9. Yeah, so if that ever confuses you, that's the thing you have to remember is that there's 5 steps in the background quilting. Oh, she said she doesn't have any baby lock dealers near her.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. And now it'll just go.
Just press go.
Okay. When I first stitched that, I was like, wow, that's a big contrast in color.
It is. But you know what? It looks good.
It does look good.
It definitely looks good.
Yeah.
The way it's done. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's good.
How many different stitches are we doing on
Okay.
this? Oh, is it a poppy? My poppy's just got done.
And them, I can't say that word, remember?
What word?
Anemone?
Oh, an enemy.
Anemone.
An enemy.
Okay. Anemone. That's it.
They're pretty. I like them.
I think that, Abby's trying to find us a picture of it. Anemone. Is that
Looks
it
good.
right there?
Yep. Is that what
Okay.
it's called? How can you read that? I've had my eyes done even.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Abby went out and she Googled it. She tried to find something that looked like it. And
She did it.
So Google anemone. A-N-E-M. I can't remember how to spell it either.
A pretty flower.
A-N-E-M-O-N-E. Okay, that's the way you spell it.
Good job.
Okay. I can't say it. I can spell it, but I can't say it.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Yeah, Google that and it will bring a picture of it up.
So it's a real flower.
Yeah. Those are the ones that we made in the Easter tier tray.
Oh, I love that.
The Easter tier
need
tray,
to
we
make
made those kind of flowers.
Weren't they 3D?
Yes.
Yes. I loved them. And I loved the color of them. Weren't
Yes.
they a pale yellow?
A peach.
Peach. Okay. What was the pale? Was there a pale yellow?
No, there was like a white one, but it was a lily.
Oh, okay.
That one was really pretty too. There you go. See?
Uh-huh. Okay. And then me.
Anemone.
Anemone.
Yeah, Deb says she can't say it either. I can't. I have the hardest time. I have to keep reminding an enemy.
Anemone.
That's
Anemone.
But it's yeah,
That flower.
that flower.
Okay.
So that's what, and so it's now stitching those little, and again, those are, the top of those is where you put those little gems
Okay.
that come in your embellishment kit. So Kyle, what do you know about Kimberbell Day?
I know I'm going to watch.
Okay, cool.
And we're having a whole weekend.
We are 2 days.
2 days.
We're doing Friday and Saturday.
Are they stitching out some stuff? I don't know much.
I
Can you
know-
tell me some stuff?
Well, I know very little. I
Oh.
just know that we're going to have we're going to play some games. We're going to do some stitch outs. We're going to have some prizes.
Are you on there that day?
I am.
Ah, nice.
I am. I'm going to be helping out with that, so that
Good
will be
job.
fun.
Okay.
So make sure and watch for that.
Do I need
out
to
there.
order anything ahead of time?
You'll have to sign up for it,
Oh, okay.
but we are not sure as far as ordering anything
Okay.
for it. So
Just sign up right now. Does it cost?
it will have a fee, yes.
Okay. Because you're involved in the prizes and all that if you sign up. If I don't
That's correct.
sign up, can I still watch it?
No, you won't get the. You can watch Kimberbell's day,
But not ours.
not Girlfriends.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I want prizes.
And I believe it's the 25th and 26th of July.
I saw that today. Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the 2 dates. Yes, Sherry, you're gonna glue them. You glue them on. I believe that they're hot fix. They look like they're hot fix gems. So that's what you're gonna use. Peggy, yes, it's virtual.
Nice.
Yes. Kimberbell, obviously you got to sign up with Kimberbell Day themselves, and they usually have a free design that they give you for signing up.
Okay.
I haven't heard when that's going to
So
be
I got to
opening.
do 2 different sign-ups.
Yes, one with us and one with Kimberbell.
Okay. Got it.
Yes,
Will you remind me?
I will.
Can we sign up now?
It's being advertised, but I don't think we have sign-ups yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch for it.
Yeah, yeah. And please remember that today during Embroidery Club, you will get
Oh, yeah.
a 15% off on anything embroidery. What that covers, I couldn't tell you. Because it says Embroidery Club 15 is the coupon code that you're going to use with an error. Thank you for doing that, because maybe they haven't made that live yet. Abby, can you? Okay, she's on it.
She's not whispering in my ear.
Isn't she?
No. Maybe because I knocked the cord out.
Maybe. Maybe you're distracting. We're gonna have to check your power box back there and
Yeah.
see if it's turned up. Let me look at it. Oh, that's why, Kyle.
Oh, it came all the way unhooked. Oh my gosh.
Technical difficulty here. She doesn't know what's going on because.
It fell out of my pocket.
Do I put it in the line out?
Okay, so we just did the charcoal.
Talk to her, Abby. Okay. I put it in the wrong one.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, oh, there we go. There we go.
All right. Next one is a pink.
And it's not that light one that you talked about.
No,
it's the one
going
that
to
came
be
in
the
it.
other one. That's right. It's going to be the light pink, which is pink lemonade.
Yep.
Okay. Pink lemonade it is. Oh, but we have such fun in here.
Me too. Abby loves it when I'm on. She can't take me anywhere. No kidding. No kidding.
You know what? Heidi says, she says, looks like a beautiful day in Logan. It is today.
Yes. I'm going to be hot with this other shirt on.
It's blue skies out there today. It was a little cloudy the other day, but it cleared up, and we were supposed to get some rain, but it didn't happen.
It didn't. We went camping up at Bear Lake.
Oh, fun.
And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm actually going on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. There was hardly anybody up there.
Oh, I'm sure.
That was nice. Okay, so now I'm starting on the light pink
Uh-huh.
step number 10 or step number 5.
5 and 5 is
10!
yes.
Hey, look at that math. Yeah.
Yeah, Patricia said that Kimberbell Day last year was really fun, and it is.
Mm-hmm. They make it really fun.
They make it fun, and we try to too. Yeah, we try to make it fun too. So how's it doing?
It's doing really pretty.
I know.
That stitch on that flower is beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. That little satin stitch across the top of it.
Mm-hmm. Just adds.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, when my husband was looking at this, as far as colors go, you know, he was saying, well, this color and this color, I said, those are the same color, the pink, the darker pink, in the one flower versus in the other one. I said, no, it's the same thread. He said, no, it's not. I said, yes, it is. But I think this lighter pink just has a tendency to change it just a tad.
Tiny bit. And nice. That's awesome.
So
I see what he's saying. Yeah, it does look lighter.
Yeah. It looks a little bit lighter with that lighter pink across the top of it. So, yes, I had a very good discussion with my husband on this block last night.
I love it. I love it. Okay. So,
all right.
Do I leave this thread color in?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I am.
And it's going to stitch some more.
It's going to do my placement line for my glitter?
For your glitter sheet.
Okay.
It is.
What if I tried using glitter sheets from somewhere else? They seem thicker.
They are thicker.
Yeah.
I have some glitter sheets from other companies that, you know, I had purchased prior to.
Because this is pretty nice and thin. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it is. And I love Kimberbell glitter sheets. I wish that we could get more colors of them too. I don't know what Kimberbell's doing. We never know.
No, no, we know when everybody else knows.
Exactly.
So what happens if I don't press it?
A couple of things. It has a tendency to be a little poofy. Okay, hand me that and I'll put this on there. Okay. That looks like an awfully big piece of glitter for those two little pieces, but they do it all in one. So I'm just going to put that there. And see, just taking my hands off of it, it made it move. So I'm just going to make sure, double check it.
Yeah, I got a little close on some of mine because I try and use every little bit.
I know. Don't we?
Yes. Kind of ridiculous.
I'd almost be tempted to cut this up. And put one piece here and one piece here.
But not on camera.
Nope.
Don't do that.
Nope. I can't do that here.
Okay, so I'm not pressing it right now because I don't want it all to iron down.
Correct.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like what Patricia said. I don't think I totally answered your question. I got distracted. Sorry.
Squirrel.
Do you have to heat set it? Yeah, in some way. The reason is it just makes it adhere to the fabric.
Okay.
If you don't do that, you could have a tendency to, depending on what you're using this quilt for, okay, you could possibly tear a hole in it or something like that. Where that would not happen as easily if it was, as long as it was heat set onto the fabric. Yeah.
Is this very hard to cut?
No.
No?
No.
Because it is so thin.
Yeah. Now, I know there's a lot of people that...
Did I? No.
No, you're good. I left it sitting in the chair. You didn't knock it off again. Go. That like to tear their glitter sheets.
What? Tear it?
Tear it instead of cut it.
I've never done that.
I have done it. I have done it.
Is it a good idea?
Not so much.
No.
And
I don't want to rip out those stitches.
It's not the stitches that you worry about. Is it tears so close that it will totally come right off.
No.
Yeah,
I'm out.
I would not do it on this one. I like the looks of the raw edge on it.
Okay. Watch how you do this.
So you definitely have to be a little bit careful and not get too close. This is where your duckbill scissors would come in handy.
Oh, okay.
Except for the point when you come down to this point.
Okay.
That point right there, those points are a little bit harder. And it depends on how close you want to cut. Okay?
Some people might like a little bit more.
Right. Just have to be careful not to cut your stitches, especially if you're using these scissors.
What if I cut the stitches?
It's not.
Can I go back?
It's not the end of the world, and yes, you definitely could go back. You
Okay.
just back it up on your machine, put this back into your machine.
I'm asking for a friend.
No, I know that. You put it back into your machine and stitch back over it.
Okay. Nice job.
Now, I definitely would keep these scraps
Uh-huh.
and possibly use them in another project.
Right.
And I think that if you were really careful, you could probably get both of your flowers out of half of a sheet. I like to, you guys are looking at me like, oh my gosh, can she just not cut that? I want to be really careful,
Yeah.
especially in these little places right here.
Because you want it defined.
Yeah. And I am going to tell you time and again, make sure you're working on a flat surface.
Not on your lap.
No.
Wonder why.
Well, just make that one mistake and you'll find out why.
Lots of tears, screaming,
Yes.
yelling, throwing.
Yes, and starting over.
Uh-huh.
Now, Chris would have had 3 of these cut out in the time I cut out one.
That's okay.
That's
It's not a race.
That's the one thing I've learned with Chris. She's a fast
Scissor.
trimmer. Oh my goodness.
We'll call her Edward Scissorhands.
That's a great idea. I never thought about that. Okay, there we go. Now,
All right.
our next step here is to, wait a minute, we're going to press it.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that.
Yes, we did. So
Okay.
what we're going to do, go ahead, take it over
I'm
there.
leaving it all in the hoop.
Sure.
Oop.
Oh, I forgot you're not hooked up.
Dang, dang. Okay, you do it.
Okay. We're going to come over here. And so you could use this, Kyle.
Okay. That makes
Just
me
like
nervous.
that. You could put that right there and you could do it.
Okay.
Now our iron is a little big and it works. It works just fine.
It won't get the other glitter that's still on that paper on there?
It shouldn't.
Okay.
It might.
Nope.
It didn't.
No, you did good. How do I know it's down all the way?
Because you can kind of see.
Can you tell?
You tell the difference, okay?
Okay.
But you just want to hold it there for just 10 seconds or so. And you're good to go.
Nice.
Now, we also have a pressing sheet that you could use. So,
Okay.
an applique sheet.
Tell us your trick on the pressing sheets.
Okay, so what I did, these come quite large. These pressing sheets come quite large. It's this size again. And so I took it and I cut it in half. That way it will fit
You
in
just
my hoop.
admitted on camera it was you.
I know, I did. It's out there, everybody. It can fit in your hoop just like this. But
It's
I
a good
also,
idea.
mine at home, I also cut it again.
Ooh.
And so then I have 2 smaller pieces and I have them close by because I just need a little piece right there.
Because we took it out today and it had lots of folds.
Yeah, it was really wrinkly and everything. And so, yeah, I cut it in half. And you can use that instead, just like
Yeah.
that.
I think that's genius.
Yeah. So, there you go. All right, you can have it back now, Kyle.
Okay, thank you. We ironed, we pressed it on.
And we're going to leave that thread color in because
same?
our next is to do the details.
I love these. They add.
Yeah, it does totally adds. Now, as you can tell, the rest of this parchment paper.
Yes.
JC, that's a great idea. And Teflon sheets that you can see through. I agree. I agree, Patricia. Mine at home is kind of a tan color and I can
Yeah.
see through it a little
Yep.
bit. That makes a difference.
Mine is missing. I have to go find
I
another one.
guess you better find it.
Guess I know where some
I was
are.
going to say, I guess I can figure out where you can find one.
Yeah.
Do you want the other half of this one? Just kidding.
No, I would never take that one.
I'm just kidding.
Never, ever, ever.
Let's see, what was I going to say? Oh, the rest of this is just some long stitch outs. As you can tell, this is going to take a little bit of time. So we're just going to do this. And
Do you have any questions?
yeah, if you've got any questions or...
Yeah. Sandra's
Now-
pretty much a genius.
Now, I can't solve the world problems. I can't do that. So, yeah, see, Robin says it's a great idea to make it so it will fit in the hoop.
But she may be a genius, but I'm wicked smart.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're definitely a genius too there, Kyle. Oh, brother. You're so funny.
Yeah.
I just love working with Kyle.
Oh
She's
my
so
goodness,
fun.
we have a good time.
Yes, we do.
And now we get to do a little bit more.
Yeah. One of these days we might get fired. We got to be careful with what we say and do in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know though. At least I'm not going to say things like what Sherry did when she talked about taking her grandma out of the box.
I didn't get that. I didn't see the very beginning of that.
It was pretty funny.
I heard you saying something about that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. She took her grandma out of the box.
I won't even tell you what I did with all my relatives that are
If you
cremated.
don't know what you're talking about, what we're talking about yesterday on Three Things Live, it's all about Stitch Your Story, and it's on the family tree. And Sherry
stuff.
showed a amazing way to use your doilies that you got from your grandparents.
I
from your
have
grandma.
some framed.
And she said that it was all in a box, so she took her grandma out of the box. Yeah, Heidi said it was funny. It was funny. And then I said, and then, because I had brought some stuff from my grandma too, and I said, well, I didn't take my grandma out of a box. I took her out of my cedar chest. Yeah.
And they're very happy you guys got them out, I bet.
Exactly. Yeah. But it motivates me anyway to do something with mine. I mean, I've thought about it for years. Obviously, I've had it for quite a few years. My grandma passed away at 95 in 95.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's
So I
cool.
was really lucky to have her as long as we did. But anyway. Oh, okay. I was just reading Ruth's comment there about her sewing machine that she purchased back in '68. Yeah, and she
wow.
said she still uses it.
Good for
It's
her.
her go-to machine. And those older machines
Mine was
are
metal.
still just amazing. A lot of them are still great machines. They're just workhorses.
You sometimes can't find parts.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about it. You hope that it stays so usable, so you can't, it's harder to find parts. Or you use somebody else's old machine that they've decided they don't want and use those
pick
for
apart.
the parts. So, yeah. Anyway, it motivates me a little bit to do something with those things. And she gave some really great ideas. I thought it was awesome. Okay, now we're gonna do the stems.
Okay, do I leave the hoop in?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna change the color. Are there two different colors of green?
There are. There's a dark green, which is
This one? What is this color? Aloe?
aloe. That's what I was thinking it was. Aloe is this one.
I put too dark on mine because I didn't have the thread kit, and I used too dark a thread. It was really dark.
Well, that just means that your stems are darker.
Yep, and
It's okay.
sometimes they are.
They are exactly right. You're exactly right. So, Kyle, what kind of flowers do you have in your yard?
I have poppies, and
Sherry, that's awesome. She says that her mom is still at 98 years old,
whoa,
living alone and driving.
driving.
That could be scary, but yeah,
Where does she live?
that's awesome.
That's hard when you have to take the licenses away. That'll be really hard.
Yes. Hey, I'm gonna let anybody, they can drive me anywhere and everywhere. I don't really care.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Exactly.
I did a wildflower mixture in my front yard, and it's turning out cool. But I have a lot of sunflowers.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the spring flowers, the lilacs that are all in bloom now, and we have a couple lilac bushes, and so we're learning how to prune them so
Yes.
that they can bloom every year. And
Yes, and don't wait until the fall.
right,
I did read that. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a couple of videos about trimming the lilacs, and you look at them, you think they tell you to take out those big stalks out of the middle, and you're going, wait, why do I want to do that?
I took out my dead ones.
But yeah, you totally need to do that. Heidi said she thinks she's donated her doilies. And you know what, Heidi, that's okay. Oh, and Heidi wants to see some of your pictures of your sunflowers.
Okay, I'll have to do it.
Yeah.
I posted my front porch today on Long Arm and loving it because I put a quilt up on my porch.
Oh,
It's in a corner, so it's protected. But yeah,
I'm going to have to look at it because I have a porch that I could definitely put a quilt out on my porch.
and I may change it every once in a while.
Oh my gosh. Don't just love going through the keys after somebody passes away and you go through all their keys.
Oh, keys?
Ugh. My dad was the same way. We went through so many keys. Okay, what's the next one?
Now it is.
We're going to do another.
Oh, more leaves or stems.
Yes.
And it's a different color.
Yes.
And this one is avocado. What did I say that one was?
This one's aloe.
Aloe.
That one's avocado. Doesn't that kind of look like the
I like
inside
this.
of an avocado?
Yeah, I like this color.
Yeah. Yeah, these are always great.
If I could get it on.
Oh,
There
and
we
then we're going to
go.
go back to this one, so I'm not going to do too much with it.
Okay.
Denise said she'd be afraid somebody might come and take her quilt. Kyle lives kind of in a
Farm area.
Yeah, farm area that I don't think that would be an issue.
No. No. And it's a Barnes. It's one we did a long time ago at the shop.
Oh,
And that was one of the first things that I quilted. And I did a big mistake.
and I'll bet you only you know it.
Well, you could tell, but it's a mistake because people told me it was a mistake. I have a dark background or border.
Oh, so it's in the quilt itself, not in the quilting.
No, it's the quilting.
Okay.
I did light color on the border,
Oh,
so
on
it
the
really
border.
stands out too
Stands
much.
out, okay.
And so now that really bugs me. But I'm not throwing it away.
No.
No.
Putting it on her porch.
Yep. And I
Yeah.
put a flag one on my back patio, and I just bought the whole fabric and the pattern for that sailboat one that we just did a couple weeks ago on Comment Sold.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Oh, I love it because I have some buoys from Maine and different
Oh, I'll bet
sea
that'd be-
stuff, and I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna put that on my back patio.
That'd be-
I'm so excited.
Oh, that's
So gonna
awesome.
be a few of us that get together and do it.
Oh, good. Sounds like fun. Oh, there you go. Whose porch is that?
Oh, that is my front porch.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yep. You can't see my borders too well, but yeah, I just thought,
Oh, so you hung it up high.
I did, because all the rest is too hard to. That rock on the front of my house, can't get it in there.
Okay, so how did you get it up there?
I pinned it up on the roof,
With what kind of pins?
push pins,
Just push pins.
and a hammer.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
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 That's awesome.
We sit on our front porch. We're old now, so we can. I do
Yeah.
my crocheting out there too. I'm really embracing it all.
Good for you.
And wave at the neighbors.
And Heidi says that's the way we learn is by making those mistakes.
Yeah,
And it's
I
so
haven't done it
true.
again.
Yeah. And that is so true that, you know, we have to make a mistake.
Yeah, And this quilting isn't bad. It's just like, it just stands out.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's okay. Sometimes it's okay.
There's feathers. I did feathers.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
I haven't accomplished those yet.
That was free motion, or free, what do you call it? Can't even think of the name.
Free motion quilting?
Yeah, I just did it on my long arm.
Free-handed it all.
Free-handed it on, yep.
Oh my goodness.
That was before I had the Pro Stitcher. Love the Pro Stitcher.
Yes, Pro Stitcher's awesome, isn't it?
I'm having a lot of fun with it now that I am better at it.
I think that there's a learning curve on that
my
too.
goodness. You know I'm not very good at computers, but that, I got it.
You got it?
You should see me parading around downstairs. I did it. I did it.
Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, we're just doing some stems here.
These are pretty.
I hope everybody's having a fun time stitching along with us.
I like the two colors.
Yeah. And it's going to use this one the next step.
Okay.
Just to give it a little bit of detail.
Oh, the details. Yep.
And then we're going to go to the next applique.
Oh, yeah.
So we're moving along here a little bit.
It takes a little while to do all the different flowers,
It does.
but it's okay. It's all about the journey.
That's right. And I know you just can't wait to see what those white daisies are going to.
We could pretend they're lilacs, but they're hyacinths.
I think that's how, yeah,
Something like that.
Something like that.
Why do they have to make them so hard to pronounce?
I don't know. Those little purple ones that have the little,
So cute.
yeah. So what's going on in the store, down in the store today?
Oh, let's see. Well, I am long arming, and I guess we got some more fabric.
Oh, good.
You should see our cute little Halloween fabric.
It's cute. I've seen some of it.
And it glows in the dark, some of it.
Oh, awesome. They're also doing embroidery club downstairs.
Oh, they are. They are. That's right.
Yeah, so if you're local,
Come on in.
come on into the store. It doesn't start till 11, so you got lots of time.
Oh, yeah. You got enough time to do this. And don't forget to bring in your show and share.
Yeah,
Some of those ladies, I'm like, how did you get all that done?
I know. I wished I had more time.
Yeah. I wish I had more motivation and time.
You know, I have been that way this last month.
Really?
I haven't had a lot of motivation to get.
You just got to get the things done you got to get done.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was thinking about this just the other day, and I thought, you know, I'm kind of in one of I got to get my sewing mojo back. But I've been busy.
Been outside.
I've been busy. I was in Canada for a couple of weeks with grandkids, and then we were up in the Boise area for a week with a graduation of my grandson.
Oh, nice.
So I've been busy getting things done. And I think spring, I want to be outside, and I want to plant my flowers, and I've been working in the garden and different things that way. So I come in the house and I look in my sewing room and I think, I really need to get in there and just clean it up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's kind of a creative disaster.
Do you know what I have to do? I've got this quilt that is square for a friend, and she wants straight.
Asking for a friend again.
Yeah, I am
huh?
asking for. She wants straight lines, but it's on the point. So I am putting the backing fabric on regular, and then this one I'm putting the point in the middle so I can do straight line quilting.
Oh gosh.
This is really stretching me. I finally got brave enough to get it on the machine, and I have to do it freehand.
Oh gosh.
So I'm gonna lock those channels.
I was gonna say, don't you use your channel locks? Yeah.
So we'll see.
And measure it. Make sure that they're all even.
Oh, grape hyacinth.
That's it. Thanks, Dawn.
Yeah.
And Robin, yes, this is the mystery quilt. Kimberbell's mystery quilt, the block for June.
We about halfway almost.
Yes, we are halfway. So we should have 12 blocks.
Nice. Nice.
Actually,
Is there a border with it?
Actually, 13 because you
Oh, we
did
had
the
that extra
ladybug,
one.
the extra one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And does it have a border? Do we know?
I have no clue. I'm sure it does.
I'm sure.
I'm sure it does, yes. You know Kimberbell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, I'm pretty darn proud of myself that I can line up the quilting for the borders and the sashing, the background quilting. Oh, I love that now.
Isn't it awesome?
I mean, it takes a little while, unless I
Well,
have that.
it's the rehooping that takes the time, yes.
But I conquered it.
That's exactly right, and you can.
Yes, yes. Just be patient and get it lined up first.
Yeah, my first couple ones that I did, they're a little bit harder to line up, but boy, once you get the knack of it, it's like, I can do
And
this.
put your needle down, make sure it's in the right spot, and then you can move it again if you need, but put your needle back up. Don't move it.
Yes. Well, and if your machine has the laser,
Yes.
you can just turn the
Which
little
I
laser on there, and it'll show you right where your needle's going to go down. And
I got a
it'll
new
be able-
machine, so I have to learn it.
Okay.
All I've been doing is sewing on it so far. The other one is set up.
On your
embroidery.
Altair?
My Altair.
Yeah, and see, and I use the Altair just for embroidery, not for sewing.
My other
So
one,
I'm just the complete opposite
Yeah.
of you.
I have a Destiny, and it's already set up on embroidery, but I want to do it.
Oh, Sherry, it really. She says that she still can't get it lined up. It really is easy. I don't know if you were able to join us for the Star Spangled Celebration. No, Beauty, Star Spangled Beauty. I
Watch
always-
that. Did you show them how to
I
do that
did,
exactly?
I did.
Step by step?
Okay, change your thread
Oh.
to the yellow,
Yeah.
and we're going to start those yellow flowers.
Okay.
Okay, and this is going to do a placement line for our fabric.
Okay. Oh, because here we're putting down fabric.
Yes, we are.
Okay, here's my question. Did you have to back the fabric?
I did. I put fusible backing on it.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you that in the instructions, it says iron fusible backing to the wrong side of the background fabric.
What?
It doesn't say any, push go.
Oh,
It doesn't say anything about
putting it on these.
putting it on your applique fab
Because I was going
pieces,
to say I did not.
but I did. And
Why?
the reason I did, first of all, is because the first one's yellow.
Oh,
Now,
don't want to
okay.
see anything behind it.
Depends on, okay, so if you look at the pictures in this, it looks like it's that mustardy color. But I didn't want it that color, so I used this yellow one, this pale yellow color.
Oh, okay.
So I think that if you were to use that mustardy yellow
Yeah, I
color,
didn't have any problem.
you wouldn't need to.
Okay.
But the white,
The
I would
lighter?
believe you would need to.
Okay. All right.
All right, put that on there, girl.
Okay, just make sure because I've been there, done that. Please, 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 please. Be in the right spot. Please be in the right spot.
It'll be fine.
We'll pretend anyway.
Okay, Deb, we are on step 12 on your instruction sheet. Okay?
Deb!
She says she's lost. Are you driving, Deb? I hope you're not lost. Or are you at a quilt store? She's been doing a quilt shop hop thing on her own, just her
With
and
her
her sister.
sister, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they made it home.
Anyway, 12 on our instruction sheet, and we're
Eight.
going to add 5.
Oh,
It's 18.
5 plus, what were we on? 12?
12, 6.
6. I'm like, wait a minute, the math,
It
the
should
math.
be. It should be. If I know. 5 plus 12 is 17. I know that. Okay, there. We just finished that one.
I love that color. So, is that the same color it calls for if you use the fabric in the
And the kit?
kit?
No, the kit came with that mustardy color.
Right, but I mean on the thread.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The thread color's the same.
Okay. And I love this stitch that they put on this one.
I do too. It's such a cute one. It's the same one they use on the other one too. It's really fun. It's like a, what did,
Star?
yeah, it looks like
It's almost like a flower.
like a little flower. And this one here, you don't have to worry so much about getting
Oh, as close.
as close because it has that stitch all the way around it that helps compensate
Also,
for that. It's not a raw
If
edge.
I put that on the back of that fabric, does it help with the fraying?
Yes, it does.
Okay. If you cannot stand the fraying.
Yes. The fusible backing helps with that.
I liked I can't remember what we did, but they had put on the fray check.
Oh, that was in the Star Spangled
Beauty?
Beauty. Yep, they used fray check on their raw edge applique
Right.
pieces. Am I giving you a good, okay, I'm not getting my head in the way, am I?
All right, look at how quick.
There's this one needs to, I could tell there was one that I didn't get quite.
Sandra, I want you to know, I had to unpick a lot on the long arm the other day.
Uh-huh.
And I got out the fabric frayer picker-upper. What do you call that? The roller.
The lit roller.
Lint roller. I used that to get all those little tiny pieces, and I thought of you the whole
This
time.
thing right here?
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad I bring good memories to you.
You do. You do. It worked so nice.
Okay. Now we're okay. That's why we actually were on step number 13, Deb. Sorry, because 13 and 5 does add up to 18. Okay. Now we are on step number 14. It's going to do the decorative outline.
Okay. The decorative stitch?
Yes, we're getting there.
Yep. It's cute. Then we just have 3 more flowers.
That's correct.
Look at me adding.
It has a few flowers on, and I think this one's really, really fun. Now, Kyle, next month,
Yes.
July's. I've seen July's already.
I think I might have.
Yeah, I think you
Can't
saw it.
remember.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's another different one.
All right.
I'm just going to say that.
I like different.
It's different. It's different than you've done on any of the other blocks.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to look at it again. I gotta pay attention.
It's a different technique too, so this is good.
I love new techniques.
Yeah,
Will I be able to do it?
of course you will. Yeah, confusing her even more.
Oh, Deb, call later. We'll straighten you out.
Yeah, just give me a call, Deb. I'll help you out.
Call me maybe. Not.
Isn't there a song that goes like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's isn't it?
Don't ask me who it is.
Who's that? Carly Rae Jepsen. Oh, I thought it was. Who's that other one? The real popular one with the boyfriend that's not. I know. I wanted to say Britney Spears,
Oh,
but
you're
no.
Taylor
No.
Swift.
Taylor Swift. I thought it was Taylor Swift.
I don't think so.
Oh, we are never, ever, ever getting back together again. I'm not very good at it all.
I'm not good at that either.
Give me the 70s.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Mm-hmm. And Robin, I totally agree. She says she likes using the fusible backing because it definitely quilts better.
It does.
And you don't
I mean, if you have it,
you don't
use
get the,
it.
Yeah, you don't get the bubbles.
But you would never put that on the glitter. Don't need to.
No. There are some places that I would say, no, don't use it for sure. It might
The
be
smaller pieces you don't really
the
need to.
thickness of it and consistency. Sometimes it definitely makes a difference, but I would say most of the time I use it. Heidi said she thinks it was Carly.
Carly? Carly who? Carly Rae Jepsen. I was thinking Carly.
I know who you're thinking, but I can't
Yeah.
remember the other name either.
Carly Simon.
Like I said, don't ask me. I can't. I don't remember those things anymore.
No. Don't need to.
Right.
We can Google.
Okay, now this one, the color that they say to use
love
is
this.
a blue purple. Okay,
Oh.
the color we're using is called haze. And as
I
soon
love
as
it.
this it has to do the little line.
Insides, yep.
The little inside lines on it.
Lots of little details that you don't even realize.
Know. And this one threw me.
Well, on the picture, I don't even see them. Oh, just barely.
Can you see them on here? Yeah, you can, just
barely.
barely. It makes that difference, doesn't it?
Those little details. Those little suckers.
When you finish this part of it, you'll realize. Yeah,
That's why you never touch your hoop until it's done.
Until it stops.
Yeah. How do we know that? My friend told me. My little friend.
Yeah, when it tells you when it stops,
Yeah.
because it definitely keeps going.
Yes,
And
it
there's a lot of times I'm ready to take it out, and it's like, oh
Stop
wait,
yourself.
Sandra, don't do that. It's not done yet.
You'll screw it all up.
Yeah, it does these little lines down each one
All
of
the way around.
little petals. It does all these lines that go to the center. I know, all these, and Kimberbell does it. I wouldn't think of this, would you?
No, I wouldn't even bother.
I know. Kimberbell does.
They do. It just finishes it.
And Patricia's the same way. She says the little tiny details make the difference.
They do.
And you're right. They make a difference between Kimberbell and anybody else out there. 'Cause
If I had not read ahead and I saw how it stitched out those stems, I would have been like, what happened? What happened?
right.
Why did they do that?
Well, because they don't need this stem in certain places.
Behind it?
Right. Because it would make it a little bit extra bulky.
Yeah, because it looks like it has missed some steps,
Yeah.
stitches.
Yeah, you would, if you didn't think about it, you would go, wait a minute, it didn't finish.
Yeah.
But, yep.
Chris taught me that. She was designing something and she was telling me how she needed to not put it behind some other things. Because then it just makes it bulky.
It does. It totally makes a difference. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have pulled that thread out for you.
That's fine.
I'm slacking on my job here.
Slacker. There's a lot of thread changes.
There is a few on this.
But that's why we love it so much, because it's all the different colors of flowers and stitches. Oh, I did not. I didn't do it all the way. Okay, now I can thread it. Okay, now we're doing the little grape hyacinths.
Oh, those little grape
Little
flowers.
grape, little cuties. This is my favorite color. It looks almost like periwinkle almost.
It does. You know, you're right.
Is periwinkle a little bit more purple or blue?
More blue, isn't it?
Is it? I have no idea.
I think it's a little more blue. Yeah, your machine stops and does a little dot and stops and does
You know
a-
what? I thought, why is it doing that? That's irritating. But it's just lining it all up again.
Yeah, it is.
I've learned a lot.
Sometimes you just look at it and say, just get it done.
I
would
know.
ya?"
I have to go. Do you want to hear my secret? I'm so dumb. Oh, what do you got? Color. Oh, okay.
Oh, Bonnie,
She
that's
could.
a great idea. Bonnie says she's going to use this color on the little white flower edges.
That's a
I
cool
think
idea.
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a really pretty color. All right, tell me what you did.
Okay, you know, I've not been good at computers. I'm getting better.
Okay.
But when I first got a computer and I was a school bus driver, I made myself late because I didn't just think I could walk away from it.
Oh, so you were downloading something?
Yeah,
and
and I thought I had to stay with it.
Oh,
Now I'm like, I don't have a problem walking away.
no.
It's best if I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some days some days.
Yeah, and you know what? And they're changing so much.
Oh my gosh.
And there's so much that it's just like my phone. It does so much more than I'm. Hey, I just need it to make a phone call.
Yes, exactly. And I need to be able to take pictures.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, we had this discussion with my kids with iPhone versus an Android.
Oh, oh yeah, people have definite opinions.
Yeah, they do. And they say that the biggest difference in the iPhone and, say, the Galaxy is the camera.
Oh, and the Galaxy is
Yeah.
so much better, I hear.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I understand.
I just need
There's
a
some
picture.
really funny TikTok videos out there about the Galaxy's phone versus
really?
the iPhone. You'll have to Google it.
I will.
It's pretty
I will.
funny. Okay, Abby just gave us a notification here that using the Embroidery Club 15 only works for items in the pop-up shop.
Oh,
So if it's not in the pop-up shop, then it won't work on that item.
and it'll let you know.
It will tell you that you can't use it. But it now should be okay, you can use the code, but you may have to just make sure that your items are from the pop-up shop, not the other parts
And
of
most all of our embroidery stuff will be on there.
Yeah, it should all be in the pop-up shop.
And if you want any thread, I'd be buying thread.
And I don't know that thread's in the pop-up shop. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's what I'm saying.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. Patricia says the tint is more blue with the Samsungs and warmer on the iPhone. I do know that they say that their zoom in is a better on the Galaxies.
I'm just happy that I don't go like this anymore and chop off all the heads. I figured out why I always chopped off heads.
Because as you were taking the picture,
Yep, I'm taking the picture and moving. Oh my goodness.
Kyle. Okay.
All right, here we are, the controversial flowers.
Exactly. So I am actually going to give you this pink color because the reason I'm going to do that is because it's hard to see
The white.
the white on there and differentiate where it's at versus your background quilting.
All right, and I did not want to do it in the blue, just in case.
Right, because it would kind of show through.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm going to give you just a little bit lighter color.
but this is the actual color we're
But
going to
this
stitch
is really the color I'm going to use, I think.
because she's a rebel. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Oh, that helps that I can see it.
Yes, it's a little bit easier to see this one on there.
And this white one does go over the glitter. So that's good that you
Yes, it
put
does.
the backing on.
Yes, it does. So I guess there's some chatter out there, and people are asking that if somebody is just now starting this mystery quilt,
Okay.
and they purchase the whole year, will they get the files from the past, from January till June?
Well, if you buy the whole thing,
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
The answer would be yes. You will get those files. But again, those files will be in your Kimberbell.
this is where people get a little bit confused.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
You're going to put those on
it's
there?
stitched the background, and you've got them two different sizes.
I do.
Right? Okay, maybe we ought to talk about that.
Because the bigger one goes for the big flower up at the top one, and the smaller one is only a half of a flower.
Okay.
So,
So be aware.
Yeah. And I'm going to give you a piece of tape, Kyle.
Okay. I'm going to pull this out
Okay.
because
I think that's probably
still
it.
hard to see.
Yeah. So yeah, even still with that really light pink color, it's still not as visible as what, I mean, I can see it, it's
Yes.
good. but it's a little better than the other one. So I'm going to put this one.
You want to make sure it covers the
On there.
whole flower.
And then this smaller one, you can see it right here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put it right there. Okay.
Because it's going to stitch both of them out in this step.
Yes, it is.
So be aware.
Yes.
But you can always stop it. How do I know?
I'll bet you've done this before. And you know what? If when this is all said and done, I don't like that lighter pink color, I could always take this and use another color over the top.
Yep. I did that.
And because the pink is so light, I think it would cover it just fine.
Oh, yeah.
So if I don't like it, maybe I do want to try the yellow. I could just put the yellow on there. So I guess we're going to give it a shot here, Kyle.
Are we? Okay. I'm good.
We're going to give it a try. So anyway, Kyle, back to it again. If you purchase the whole year,
Okay. Yep.
all at once, you will get those back files.
Can you purchase one at a time?
You can.
Does it make it more expensive?
Yes, it does.
Okay, then why I would not want to do that?
Exactly. Maybe you don't want to do it in a
And
quilt.
if you can't afford it all at once, it's nice that they have it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, tape.
Oh.
Tape's in my way now.
This is going to have the same kind of stitch
It is.
as the yellow one.
It is.
Somebody said they're going to use a peach color. That's a cute idea.
I think
another
that's,
color.
You know what? That peach color in there would be really good,
Oh, it
wouldn't
would
it?
be.
That peach color that comes with the embroidery with this kit.
Okay, I got a question on this thread right here.
Okay. There is a couple more, but I didn't bring all of them.
You didn't bring them all.
No.
But if you ordered that, it would do the whole year's worth.
That's correct.
Okay. I
Yep.
don't have to buy any other thread. Does the white come in it?
I don't believe the white comes,
But who does?
and I don't think the black comes,
Okay.
but I think the other colors do. Oh, that one's not good. That's got little notches there. We don't want that. Okay, Abby, we're getting close, girl. She's sitting over there like, is this ever going to end?
Oh, someone said, except for the pre-order ladybug, you would not get that pattern.
Correct.
It's cute.
Actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the answer to that
If you
one.
ordered the whole thing?
I think if you order the whole thing, you will. I think you will get the ladybug. Okay. Well, there's a little bit of confusion about how to find the pop-up shop. So Abby's going to put it up on the screen, and we'll walk you through it. So
Okay.
go ahead, Kyle.
I can't read that far away.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to our website, and then you will go up at the top. You'll go to Shop, and then over in the middle, I believe it is.
Stacy says you do get it. You do get the ladybug.
It says Kimberbell, and then underneath that, it says Pop-Up Shop. So that's how you get to the Kimberbell Pop-Up Shop on our website. And anything in there, you will get a 15% discount on it.
Okay, I was reading something. Can you say that again, the steps?
Okay. First of all, you go to our website.
Okay.
and then you go to shop. It brings up
Oh, okay, yep.
a menu, and then you go to shop.
Okay.
And it'll bring up another menu, and down below in that it says Kimberbell, and down underneath that section it says pop-up shop.
I could do that.
Yes, you could.
I could follow those steps.
Okay,
Okay.
girl, here we go.
All right, we're doing this one with pink.
We are.
Okay,
Now it's going to do the outline
it's
of
going
it.
to do both of them.
That's correct.
You
Okay.
could do the yellow with the little inside petals.
Yeah?
Yeah. Except your centers are going to be yellow. Oh yeah, this is cute.
Is this going to be better?
Yep, I like it.
And then when we go to that one, that other one will be this little bit darker pink.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I can see that flower now.
Is that making a difference? Mm-hmm. Good.
And I don't think it takes away from anything.
Mindy, I am not sure. The best thing I would say with that is check with customer service. Yeah. That's why I was a little confused when they said something about the Kimberbell pop-up shop, because it's supposed to be anything embroidery.
Yeah, I'm not
So
sure.
that's what it has been in the past.
It does look pretty, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm liking it better. So I apologize, but I would say the thing that you could do is to call customer service, because it's supposed to be anything embroidery. That's what it has been in the past. And I wasn't aware of any changes that they made, so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this better. I'm not gonna redo this block, I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I think
why
that
not?
there'll just be two different blocks in my,
That's a good idea.
and who knows, one's gonna be up high at the top, the other one
Yeah,
might be
you don't
in the
know where
middle.
they are.
I have no idea where they're gonna be, how
Well,
they're
you can
putting
put them
together.
however you want.
Exactly.
Are all the blocks the same sizes?
All of these blocks are, yes and no,
Okay.
Because like the other, there's snail and the
Oh, yes.
mushroom and that, those are
Okay,
smaller.
They're square. Who knows?
I have no idea how it's put together. Do they have some filler blocks? Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
know.
This is why I have a hard time with mystery quilts. They're fun though.
I do too. And sometimes I'm like, but a lot of times I'm okay with mysteries.
Yes. Kimberbell, I don't think you can go wrong.
Right. I agree.
And I don't like to do quilts where everybody's sewing a block and giving it to you. I have a hard time with those.
Yeah?
I wasn't very good at the beginning, so people probably hated me. Now
Well-
I'm perfect.
I'm sure you are. And you know, I have a tendency to agree with you on that one. The sample quilt that we did for the Star Spangled Beauty, okay, we had multiple people stitching out the blocks.
Okay, how'd that go for
And
you?
then they all brought them to me,
Yes.
and I put it together. And I didn't do the back, and I didn't do the binding, but I did.
Oh, I did hear some rumors. No.
I said no, I'm not doing that. Somebody else can put the back on it and do the binding. I thought one was enough, mine. No, I'm kidding. But no, I put them all together. And the biggest thing that I noticed was the difference in the machines.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, and the difference in the batting. There was a couple of them that used regular batting, and they didn't use project batting. And I went to them and said, no, from now on, if you're going to do this, it needs to have project batting in.
You did not come talk to me. I must have used the right one.
You did
Phew.
great. You did great.
Probably because they gave me the whole little kit.
Okay, pull that out and let's take a look at it.
Yeah, that's
normally
darling.
don't need to because we're going to do some other stuff.
Popped it.
Oh, I think that made a huge difference, guys. I really do. So change this to black
Okay.
because it's going to do the little centers.
Black charcoal.
just charcoal.
And I think they're cute. Yep.
That, and it's just, okay, the color I used is called Cotton Candy. It's just a really light pink. Okay, I think I'll do the light green outline on these. I think that's a great idea, Mindy. Yeah.
Make sure you send pictures.
Test sample.
Post pictures.
And I agree about you doing a little bit of a test sample because that's what I did when I tried the white. I just did that one. I just put it in a small hoop and advanced it. I had to use a 5x7 because otherwise the design wouldn't let me do it. So I had to use a 5x7, but I just pieced a couple of pieces of scrap stabilizer together so it would fit in the 5x7, and I just advanced it to that one section. And the piece of fabric that I used was just big enough to do that one flower. Okay, I didn't put fusible backing on it or anything, but I
just wanted to see the color.
Yeah, I did use a piece of this fabric for the background, and then I put a white on it, and I stitched it out, and I just did it in white. And I still didn't like it that well. It made a difference, but I didn't like it as well.
We did not change our bobbin thread.
No, we did not.
Even though this is dark.
That's correct. But are we okay?
We are, because our machine is well timed, or whatever you call it.
Yep, I think our machine is doing great. That all depends on your machine, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And again, if you're seeing bobbin thread on the top, you need to have your machine adjusted in some way to take care of that.
And I had mine in to be serviced, and my machine is getting a little bit older, and he said, don't use pre-wound bobbins, but he doesn't like them anyway.
Yeah, I've noticed that down there. Lisa doesn't like pre-wound bobbins. I don't use pre-wound bobbins on my machine at home, and I think that's because that's what Lisa taught me.
Yes, yes. It's all what you're used to. Oh, for a minute I didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah. Look right here.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, good. I agree.
What's that?
Once I see it finished, I'm liking it.
I do like the pink. And wait till we put that yellow center in. That'll jump.
That'll really make it done well, don't you think? Okay, we are on the downhill, almost to the bottom. I think we're just a couple more stitches and we're done. You guys, thank you so much for sticking out with us for this last one.
See, somebody else loves the pre-wounds.
There's a lot of people that use them.
I use them sometimes.
Okay.
Even though he told me not to. And sometimes I'm sorry I do. Because it does make a difference.
It does make a difference.
And you have to know what size bobbin you have.
That's right.
That's where I get myself in trouble.
Use the right pre-wound bobbin.
Yes.
Okay, now the yellow, and I think
I just bought bobbin thread.
And that definitely has to be bobbin thread. Yes.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Doing my yellow center now.
So I do have another notification on the Embroidery Club 15.
I'm not going to stitch while you tell this.
That's Embroidery Club 15 is the coupon code that we use, and it will be only in the Kimberbell pop-up shop. That's the only way our computer system will allow it to separate the different products as far as what the coupon will work for and what it won't work for.
Oh, it gets too
So,
complicated
yeah.
trying to.
It won't sort it out. So in order for it to work on anything at all, we have to put it into the Kimberbell pop-up shop.
It has to be in its own little spot.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So again, if you've got any questions about it, give
customer.
give us a call at our customer service, and they'll be able to help you out with that.
Okay.
So now this is our final step. It's doing the centers for our daisies here, and
I love the yellow with the pink.
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, if you're using other colors for that, I would love to see them.
Yes.
So please post them
Post
out
them.
there on our Facebook group. I would love to see it. So
Cute. I love that yellow. What color was the yellow? We didn't say, did we?
I don't know. Buttercup.
Buttercup. Yep, you
Buttercup.
did. You did.
No, I don't think I did,
No,
but
you didn't?
I just remembered that. I think that's what it's called,
It's cute.
Buttercup. So yeah. Thank you, Patricia. I agree. There's lots of stuff in the pop-up shop that
Mm-hmm.
you can definitely use. All your stabilizer is there,
Oh,
and
that's a big one.
the project batting and fusible backing and
Scissors.
yes, Kimberbell scissors, all of that are in the pop-up shop. I do know that, so that would definitely, I think you can find something that
Music.
would benefit for you.
We did it.
Oh,
we did it.
it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
All right. Oh, cute. Sandra, what a great idea.
Oh, yes. What do you think, Kyle?
I love it.
Let's take a look here.
Yes. Yeah, they kind of fade out over there. I love it. It's cute.
I'm liking it too.
Good call.
I'm good. I think a pale yellow would be really pretty too. It might blend in with your yellow center. You might
Yeah.
want to change this to maybe an orange or a
Oh,
peach.
yeah, more of an orangey peach.
Or a peach color here.
Yeah, like
around
someone
your
was saying.
flowers would be really great too.
Yeah,
So
cute.
if you make any changes like that, please post them out there on our website or our Facebook group. I would love to see the difference in them. I think that's awesome. So
Now, how do we cut them?
So now we're going to take this out of the hoop. We're going to put our orange pop ruler on there in a 6.5 by 8.5, and we're going to trim around it.
Okay.
Or if you don't have orange pop rulers, you need them.
You
in
do.
the pop-up shop, you
But
should get
take it
them.
out of the hoop.
Take it out of the hoop and then just trim it. I can do that. I don't have to leave it in the
Okay.
hoop.
Don't try and use your orange pop rulers in the hoop.
Oh gosh, no. But you definitely could take your ruler and cut on that, just
that
on that
line.
line.
Let me show you. I turned it over to the back, and then I could
And
see my stitching
And
line.
that kind of helps
seam.
it so that you could use a regular ruler.
You could, but I would
But-
still use my orange pop. But
Do you use your orange pop rulers from the back side?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And just line it up with that line right there.
Because
and
then I
trim it.
can get my corners. I'm not having to go in and snip
Oh,
afterwards.
wait a minute. Oh, goodness.
Goodness. Well, you don't have to do your corners if you have the orange pop rulers.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay, you're
that's
right.
what I was
okay,
saying.
that's what you're saying.
no, I
'Cause
wasn't saying we had to cut them.
because on your orange pop rulers, you have those corners.
Yes.
But if you use your ruler, then you've either got to go way over and do it that way. So
Yeah.
anyway, trim it
Okay.
up, and it will be all done and ready to go. And that's,
Do you iron it first before cutting?
I do not. No, I normally just put it on there
Yep. Okay.
and do it that way. So yeah, I don't normally iron it. but
Another
that-
block
Yep, another
done.
block
You got to
done.
do 2 of those.
Yep.
2 of those.
So as you can see, it takes a little bit of time, and so then your next one is going to take about this much time too. So
Because we
except
moved
you
right
won't, you
along.
won't hear all the jibber jabber that we have here. So anyway,
Unless you really like it.
yeah, exactly. You could always watch it again. Yeah, when you're stitching out your second block.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it, and we shall see you again next month. And
Next
again,
month.
It's
New.
different.
Yeah.
It's all
I'm
different.
gonna have to go downstairs and look at it again.
It's all going to be new with new techniques. You guys are going to love it. It's going to be awesome.
Okay.
All right. See everybody in
Bye.
July. Thanks so much.